Yo, what's going on? Sturdy back at it again, explaining to you how I am a freelance videographer. Alright, so the first obvious reason is that I made the decision. I simply put it out in the air. I made it up in my mind that this is what I wanted to do, so I did it, right? Now, how did I actually get familiar with the camera and stuff? This is what I'll explain. So fortunate enough for me, it was literally handed to me at a family event when I was younger. My aunt gave me her little small digital camera and she said, do not delete any photos. And, of course I'm going around taking photos and, she catches me deleting a photo. I'm like, wow, of course this will happen, right? But it was like a messed up one a little bit, in my opinion, It was like a blur to it. Like I was taking a picture of somebody and it was a blur, and then I was deleting another one and the person wasn't looking. So she comes over, she's like, why are you deleting photos? I told you not to delete photos, and I'm like, well, they weren't good photos. And so she just explained to me how off-guard photos and photos that ended up being like a little distorted have beauty to them as well. That's when I found the art to photography, and I began to take pictures on my own, and then I began to charge people for it. But I had been doing photography for so long that I just decided to move over to video. It was just me being on social media, constantly just quote unquote doing what everyone else is doing, right? Doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I just noticed people are starting to post video, right? We didn't have the ability to always post video on Instagram specifically. It was just photos. And so when I think we had Vine first, but once video was introduced to Instagram, I noticed that there was going to be a need for video. So it's about acknowledging what's currently happening in the world and understanding what needs to be provided to people and how you can best fit in that way. Because it's all about value, and people pay for how much value you have. And it's not about the skill, it's the value you provide. And so just for me wanting to do video, I had no idea what niche I belonged in. I just knew that I had a record button and I wanted to start some video. So I started with myself because I like acting, and I was just posting on YouTube barely, not even editing. I was using iMovie, but barely. And just from there, I was doing both. Just not even just lost, but understanding that video was needed. So like I said, with the Ty Lopez course, that happened, and I was able to get down into a specific niche of the social media content. But one of the ways that I was able to learn, because I told you all I was editing on my phone, one of the ways that I was able to learn was YouTube. People totally underestimate YouTube. And even the ones who go to YouTube for everything, like music and vlogs and stuff like that, they still underestimate. My little cousin, she asked me, did I know what a tub stopper was? I said no. She said, well, do you know anything that I can replace it with? Well, I don't know, maybe a sock, I don't know. And next thing you know, she's taking a bath, and I'm like, well, what did you get? She's like, a golf ball. I was like, how'd you know? She's like, YouTube. I searched it on YouTube. You can find anything on YouTube. And I literally went from what camera to buy under $500, what accessories to buy under $500, Canon, Nikon, or Sony, what's the best lens, I'm telling you, I looked up everything. And yes, it's gonna take you all day. But what is it? Free. So you cannot complain. And it helps you the freak out. That's what I meant to say. It helps you out. And so I went from buying gear to how to get software for free, to why is my software force closing, to teach me tricks. How do I make the text move? And I would literally see something on Instagram and I would type the question in on YouTube. For example, when the progress bar, I didn't know how to do that. And I was like, how to make line move in video from start to finish, and it popped up. But like I remember like Googling or YouTubing questions that I had to rephrase several different ways in order to get it right, because I didn't know what I was talking about, but I knew it was out there because somebody was doing it. And so it's just something that you have to go on. I mean, you bought this course, right? But imagine just searching every question on YouTube. Yes, buying a course is a little bit better because it's all in one spot. But if you can find this information on YouTube, trust and believe. Sorry, you can't. I'll be lying to you if I told you couldn't. Another thing that I was that helped me get to where I am is following more people than follow me. A lot of people like feel terrible. They feel like life is over if they follow more people than they have followers. I mean, it was kind of embarrassing, like that I followed more people than I have followers. But I was learning, and I no longer cared. And so that's just something that you really, really have to consider, because sometimes that's going to be the case. And then they'll always come back around, hopefully, if you're doing the right thing. But if they don't, I'd rather be learning than be like have a number that looks higher and presentable for people. Like, that's kind of whack, okay? Another way is just me working until I got paid, meaning that I worked for free. I worked for free for years. I mean, I'm talking like hard work, like literally like going out, taking my time, utilizing it on someone else, going home to edit. I'm talking 24/7 dedicated to someone else and not getting paid for it. The reason why I was able to do that is because I live with my mom, and I ate less, and I stopped going places, and I just sacrificed. I just stopped spending money. Like, I had enough money from like my previous job when I quit to like last me for a little while, but I had to definitely make some sacrifices. So these are the things, when I worked for free, what I did was I utilized my camera. A lot of us, we go do these jobs, these gigs, we do our job, and then we forget to give ourselves credibility. So while you're here with these individuals working for free, you need to either ask for a testimonial.
Token of appreciation with Ebony. She has been a absolute godsend to my business.
Something out of it, because when people see you doing your job, they're gonna doing your job more and with several people. They wanna work with you. They're like, how is she working with all these people? She must be good. She's doing her thing, and then they see your work, right? Because I was editing, and so the people will post my edits, and they see it, and they, be like, whoa, that's cool, and then, of course, they reach out, right? Another way is just being around artists. Like, I went to an art school, Duke Ellington School of the Arts in Washington, D.C., and it was like endless artists. They needed to document. It was me recognizing once again, and it's like you have to always be on your A game, always be thinking, because they have like these skills, but nobody knows about it. And I'm like, well, why doesn't anybody know about your skill? And then I think, oh, well, they didn't see it, right? And how do they see it? Oh, okay, we can document it. Okay, we can document it here, right? And so just doing different projects in school, and that got me out there. The freelance part, social media, like literally social media. At first I was restricted, and it's my fault because I didn't know. I'm just using social media, somebody's like, you know, you can DM people, get clients, and so I'm, you know, okay, cool. I'm DMing people who's around me. Let's see who's around me. Let me look at Washington D.C. Let me look at New York because I can catch a bus there. But I had no idea that if I look in LA or look in Texas or Atlanta or Ghana, that I'd be able to go there if I charge high enough. I'm just thinking that I can only charge a certain amount, and if I go higher, people are going to think I'm crazy, right? But what I failed to realize is that people need me. In order for them to get to where they want to go, people need to see what they're doing. And if there's not enough people around them visibly, like able to like visually see them in person, then they need to document it and put it on social media, which is 99% of people. And so they need me to successfully do their job, because when they post content, they have an audience. And if I can keep going, but if you have a reason, and I told people that even if they're not a videographer, they can watch this. If you have a reason for somebody to want you, you can charge as much as you want. It doesn't even have to make sense almost, to be honest. You just have to be able to give them that value and them to be able to make more than they spent. That's one thing that I do stress. You never want to make somebody pay something that they can't get back, basically. What do I mean? A ring. Think of a ring. A wedding ring. You pay all that money. What does it do? It glows. It lets people know. Like, it stops people from talking to you. It does something. Like, that is a big deal. Like, it stops people from talking to you. I mean, unless you're just a rude bastard, you know, who doesn't care about the ring when you see it. But like, these different things, they have purposes, right? This tripod, right? I would have to ask somebody to hold the camera for me if this tripod wasn't right here, so they can charge however much they want for the daggone tripod, right? Now, obviously, if you want more people to buy your product, you go down lower. But if you want it to be a top-notch product, like a car or something, and you want fewer people to have it, then you charge higher, right? So it's just all up to you and what you want your price to be. It's just whether you have to find that client for it. Also, last thing, being someone when the camera is not around. People want to work with someone who they like. You know, like if I'm just like a quiet person in the corner, just like recording and barely want to talk to you. Oh, that's what you wanted? Okay, cool. Okay, excuse me. What do I do next? Okay, thanks. But if someone's like, boom, yeah, all right. In 3, 2, 1, cameras rolling. Let's go. And giving feedback and saying, okay, taking initiative and, you know, just being a character. And when they say, okay, you don't have to record this, being able to hold a conversation, all of that matters, because people want to be around cool people, you know? So you have to have a personality. Don't be shy around these people. These people need you. That means you immediately have value. Like, know your worth, all right? That is all.